In this video, we're going to run through how you can insert and edit images within Google Slides, and we're also going to look at text boxes within Google Slides. To insert an image, we've got a couple of options. First, move to the Insert menu within your menu bar and hover over Images. From here, you've got a number of selections. If you've already watched our video on inserting images within Google Docs, the process is exactly the same here. Upload from computer allows you to choose a file that's on your device and insert it directly within your slide deck. Search the web brings up a sidebar that lets you search for particular images on Google Images itself. Any images that are displayed here are royalty-free and can be inserted into your slide deck without having to worry about copyright. Drive and Photos allow you to insert an image from your Google Drive. URL allows you to paste an image directly from its URL, and Camera allows you to take a picture using your web camera if you have one enabled. Now that you've inserted your image, there are several editing options available for you within Google Slides. The first of which being able to reposition your image by dragging it around the screen, or resizing it using these little squares around the edge of the picture. If we move up to the toolbar, you'll see that you can also crop your image from here by dragging these black lines and clicking outside of the image once you're happy. You can also mask your image using this drop-down menu at the side. This allows you to reshape your image into one of the shapes available within Google Slides. Next to this, you can replace your image if you'd like to substitute it for another. And besides that, we have our format options, which will bring up the image formatting toolbar. The first option within this is our size and rotation. This allows us to adjust the height and width of our image. Do note though that if you don't lock your aspect ratio when adjusting these, then your image may become stretched. From here you can also flip your image to rotate it 90 degrees within the image itself, or actually flip the image itself. There's also a slider here for fine-tuning the angle at which your image is placed. Position allows you to fine-tune the position of your image. Note that using this drop-down, you can choose what point you're navigating from, either the top left of the image or the center. Recolor allows you to apply a color over your image. And adjustments allow you to change things like the opacity of the image, the brightness, and the contrast. You can also reset these adjustments from within this tab. Drop shadow allows you to add a shadow to your image. You can control things like the opacity of the shadow, the angle, distance, and blur radius from this point. You can also adjust the color of the shadow if you'd like a particular one to be applied there. Likewise, reflection adds a reflection that again you can adjust using these sliders. There's also an option to add alt text in the case of accessibility, so that you can provide a description for people who are using a screen reader or similar application. If you ever want to return your image to its original form, you can do so with a single click. Once you've made edits, you'll notice this symbol appearing next to our crop button. Once you click on this, it will reset the image back to its original form. Do note that if you have a drop shadow or a reflection on, as I do here, you will have to turn those off manually from our Format Options sidebar. Text boxes are the main way that we insert and edit text into our slide decks. To insert a new text box, simply click on Insert and click Text Box. This will change your cursor into a cross and then simply click and drag to create the text box of the size that you want. Don't worry if you don't get this perfect straight away. You can edit this as you go along. There are several options for how a text box behaves once it is full. The default is overflow, where your text will go outside of the area of the text box. Note that this will only extend vertically, as is the way with all of our overflow choices. It will never expand the horizontal size of your text box. If you click on the symbol here, it will allow you to choose what other options there are. Shrink text does just that, reformats the size of the text so that it will always fit within the space that you've given it. Resize shape to fit text means that your shape will grow larger depending on how much text is put into it. You can change the default type of overflow setting that you want if you navigate to Tools and Preferences. Down at the bottom, you can decide which choice you'd like for both your team text, placeholders, and new text boxes that you create. An interesting thing to note is that text boxes act the same as images, which means that you have the full range of formatting options that we also went through within our image editing.
Thanks for watching. Here at the Live Learning Company, we aim to take the hassle out of tech and put the human back into digital training. We deliver scalable training sessions in productivity and collaboration apps such as Google Workspace and Microsoft 365. Our sessions are delivered live by trainers, meaning you can ask questions as you learn. Click on the link to see our website and learn more.